and competent hands as Asiwaju Bola Tinubu and Senator Kashim Shettima are elected in the 2023 general election in transforming the lives of ordinary Nigerians. Governor Adegboyega Oyetola gave the charge in Osogbo, the Osun State capital, while inaugurating the All Progressives Congress Presidential Campaign Council for Southwest. Sonja Onorinde now reports.
Addressing party members in Osogbo, the state capital, Governor Adegboyega Oyetola said that the inaugural meeting of Grassroots Mobilization, Engagement and Orientation Directory, Southwest Zone of the Presidential Campaign Council is particularly symbolic in galvanizing and sustaining support for the emergence of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as President and Senator Kashim Shettima as Vice President in the 2023 general election. Governor Oyetola implored the council to ensure that the message of renewed hope resonates across the Southwest in electing tested, trusted, and competent hands in turning around the fortune of the country. In their separate remarks, the former deputy governor of the state of Osun, Otumba Grace Titilayo Laoyepanle, the state chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Prince Gboyega Famodu, described Asiwaju Bola Tinubu as a consummate politician who knows his onion, striding on despite mudslinging from the sideline, adding that it is imperative for all members to work assiduously across the Southwest in ensuring that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu replicate the incredible feats recorded in Lagos in all ramifications for the benefit of all Nigerians. High point of the occasion was the inauguration of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, Senator Kashim Shettima Presidential Campaign Council for Southwest at Iragbiji. Governor Oyetola, who was received with a rousing welcome to the 2022 Iragbiji Day celebration, reaffirmed the commitment of his administration towards provision of qualitative service in all ramifications, stressing that governance must be meticulously planned and holistic in delivering the needs and yearnings of the citizenry. Governor Oyetola maintained that youth must be coordinated and supported in achieving their dream, as well as inculcating in them enviable virtues. Speaking on the administration of Governor Adegboyega Oyetola, the chairman of Bodipe local government area, Engineer Fatai Adeyemi, submitted that Governor Adegboyega Oyetola has performed creditably well in all ramifications. Dignitary from across the state graced the occasion, coordinated by Aragbiji of Iragbiji, Oba Abdurrashid Olabumi. From the governor's office, Sonja Onorinde reporting.
Journalists covering next year's general election have been told to arm themselves with necessary knowledge to fast-track and detect misinformation in order to enhance professionalism. This admonition came to fore at a two-day election reporting workshop organized by West Africa Broadcast and Media Academy ahead of the 2023 general elections for journalists drawn from Southwest. Adeyemi Aboderin was among the participants emphasizing this report.
The election reporting workshop, organized by West African Broadcast and Media Academy in collaboration with U.S. Consular Office and Enugu Literary Society, was to equip editors, reporters, photo and video journalists with necessary skills that will aid their performances ahead of next year's general election. The two-day workshop brought together journalists from different media outlets across the Southwest region and x-rayed challenges encountered by journalists in the course of discharging their duties, most especially during election, and strategic steps to be taken to weather the storm. Held at the American Corner, IACD Library, Jericho, Ibadan, the workshop prepared journalists adequately well in areas such as fast checking and detection of misinformation, basic planning for documentary, use of mobile devices for election, physical and digital safety in election coverage, investigative reporting for election coverage, among others. Resource persons, who includes Bain School of Communication, Texas Southern University, USA, Professor Chris Olasi, and investigative reporter with Associate Press, Mrs. Grace Ekpo, and Regional Director, Radio Nigeria Enugu, Mr. Ken Okere, drilled participants on the importance of the workshop towards enhancing professionalism while preparing for next year's election. The lead facilitator for the workshop, Mr. Ken Okere, said fact-checking of information is important for journalists to detect disinformation and misinformation for a credible 2023 election. According to Okere, fake news is a catastrophe more dangerous than atomic bomb, which needs to be tamed before the election. Speaking with OSBC News, Professor Chris Olasi harped on the need for journalists to fact-check information before going to the press so as not to set the nation on fire.
Or want to communicate during an election. What are some of the critical processes of electoral governance that needs consumers or the audience or the people needs to know about? So the media will be very quick to do those kind of questions to ask, so they will present objective, fair communication, not propaganda, not bias, straight news that people want to get and make up.
Participants were issued certificate at the end of the exercise. Adeyemi Abodeni, OSBC News.
A former governor of Edo State, Adams Oshiomhole, has said that the 5 governors at the center of the crisis in the People's Democratic Party will be a plus for the All Progressives Congress in the 2023 elections. The 5 governors, who are Nyesom Wike of Rivers State, Seyi Makinde of Oyo, Samuel Otom of Benue, Okeze Ikpeazu of Abia, and Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu, have been championing the call for the resignation of the PDP national chairman Iyorchia Ayu, citing unfair regional representation in the party. They hold the opinion that the presidential candidate of the party, Atiku Abubakar, and national chairman cannot be from the same region. However, Oshiomhole, who is the former national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, says the PDP crisis has an advantage to the APC. Speaking after a meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari in Abuja, Oshiomhole said his party was on a course to win in the forthcoming elections. President Muhammadu Buhari has rejoiced with former President Goodluck Jonathan on his 65th birthday. The president, in a congratulatory message by his spokesman Femi Adesina today in Abuja, noted the unique position of Jonathan in the growth and development of the nation. He lauded Jonathan for sacrificing personal ambition for the greater good of the country and successfully winning the hearts of Nigerians and the world as a man of peace by carrying on his legacy of truce and amity to many countries. According to him, the friendliness, loyalty, and humility of Jonathan continued to open opportunities for service to humanity while defining a path for the former president to invest in people, institutions, and nations. He therefore prayed for Jonathan's well-being and that of his family. National President of Fatima College, Ikire Old Boys Association, Fakoba, Pastor Henry Otoibi, has sought further support from members of the association in order to take the alma mater to an enviable height. Pastor Otoibi gave the advice at the annual general meeting of Fakoba held in the school premises, Ikire. Olaide Adigberu, who was at the venue, now reports.
Members of Fatima College Ikire Old Boys Association Fakoba gathered today at Fatima College Ikire for their annual general meeting. They exchanged pleasantries, reminding one another of when men of today were boys in school. In his address, the national president, Fatima College Ikire Old Boys Association, Pastor Henry Otoibi, said it's a great pleasure for him to be present at the meeting, being his first time of presiding over the meeting as the president. Pastor Otoibi would describe the job done by the 1982 set as commendable, calling on them to keep the flag flying, just as he called on members of other sets to emulate such feats, maintaining that the school will soon regain its lost glory. The Old Boy National President said that all necessary actions will be taken to that effect.
I feel only the first AGM that I presided over. It gives me great pleasure. But again, apart from that, 19%, which is part of the vision, handing over the assembly ground to the So I think I want to advise him as the president of my village, to keep the flag right. And I pray for him that God grant him more grace to lead his set, to achieve more progress. Henry Ofebi, I'm a pastor with Christ Life Church.
In his goodwill message, the 1982 said president, Pastor Abimbola Oladepo Moyinwi, congratulated all members of his set for witnessing what he called a great reunion after 40 years that they have left the college. Pastor Moyinwi also appreciated his set for always supporting him, which he said led to the successful handling over of the assembly project done.
I want to really
Principal of the college, Mr. Adeniji, poured encomiums on the Old Boys Association, stressing that the school is now one of the best in Osun State. He expressed optimism that the alumni body will do more at ensuring that Fatima College remain the toast of other schools, not only in Osun State, but Nigeria as a whole. The annual general meeting climaxed with the commissioning of the college assembly ground, built by the glorious set, 1982, to commemorate their 40th year anniversary. For OSBC News, this is Olaide Adigmeru.
The annual convention of Glorification Global Evangelical Ministry, GGEM, Okeidande, Kobangbugbe, Oshogbo, which started on Thursday, climaxes tomorrow with 15th anniversary Thanksgiving of the Church. A statement by the Christ ambassadors of the Church, Reverend and Bishop Ayobola Oshaleye, indicates that the program, which holds tomorrow morning at the church auditorium, has as a theme the name of joy, the home of joy. According to the statement, the program, which will have in attendance ministers of God across the country, will feature salvation, deliverance, healing, and inspiration. Renowned Islamic scholars, state governors, and other stakeholders from southwest states of Nigeria will converge on Ibadan, Oyo State tomorrow for the 7th General Assembly of the Muslim Ummah of Southwest Nigeria, MUSVEN. The event, holding at the Islamic Center, University of Ibadan Central Mosque, Ibadan, Oyo State, is being organized to deliberate on the activities of the organization and issues affecting the Muslim Ummah in the southwest and the country as a whole. According to a statement by the chairman of the planning committee, Professor Wale Abbas, the Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Al-Haji Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III, is being expected at the General Assembly. The statement indicates that all governors of southwest states are expected at the assembly, while the president of Muslim Ummah of southwest Nigeria, Al-Haji Razaki Oladejo, will be the host. The President General League of Imams and Alfaz of Yoruba Land, Edo and Delta, Sheikh Jamiu Bello Kewulere, will also grace the occasion among other prominent Islamic scholars. The Muslim Ummah of southwest Nigeria, MUSWEN, is the umbrella body for all Muslims in southwestern Nigeria, as represented by the state Muslim councils communities and Muslim organizations and institutions domiciled in the zone. It consists of Ekiti, Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, and Oyo states. The 13th Annual Family Day Celebration and Award Presentation organized by Ansaruddin Society, Osun State Women Council, comes up tomorrow at ADS Hall, Sabo, Oshogbo. A release by the organizers, which include Chairperson Women Council of Ansaruddin Oshogbo, Alhaja Akofowora Kudirat, Secretary Women Council Ansaruddin, Alhaja Ajilaye Muibat, and Chairperson Planning Committee, Alhaja Arikeuyo Rashidat, and indicates that the theme of the program is raising of responsible children for the good of the society. The release adds that the program will have in attendance Alhaji Abdul Hakim Olaniyan, Chairman of Oshogbo West Local Government, as the chairman of the occasion, Alhaji Azan Alao Are Muslimi of Erin, the special guest of honor, while Alhaja Asisat Additional is the chairperson of the day. Others are Alhaji Badmos Mansuru as the guest lecturer. ADS National Vice President Justice Moshood Adeigbe is the father of the day, while Oloshunjela of Oshunjela, Oba Abdul Rahman Muhammad, is the real father of the day. Meanwhile, a day Islamic seminar organized by Odiomo Muslim Youth Forum in conjunction with Odiomo Muslim Community holds tomorrow afternoon at Central Mosque Odiomo. A release by the Amir Odiomo Muslim Youth Forum, Alhaji Shirajuddin Oyegoke, indicates that the theme of the one-day seminar is the message of the Ummah. The Grand Mufti of Yoruba Land, Edo and Delta, Sheikh Daoud Imran Molasan, is expected to address participants at the seminar. According to the release, chairman of the day is former chairman Ayedade Local Government Area, Alhaji Mohammed Bashir Oduwole. Chief host is Grand Imam of Odiomo Land, Sheikh Abdul Karim Adefajo, while the host is the Ashwaju Adini of Odiomo Land and its environs, Ashwaju Kazim Oke. This is the news across the country, coming to you from Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, Iliawiye, Voice of the West, Nigeria. Now, a mid-news message. Ambition is the path to success. Persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. Whatever work you do it to the best of your ability. Today on Entertainment News, the evolution of the Nigerian movie industry is our focus. Ololade Olu Ojegbeje is ready with details.
Nigerian movie industry actively began with the indigenization decree by Yakubu Gowon administration in 1972. The decree made it possible for the transfer of ownership of about 300 cinemas from their foreign owners to Nigerians, resulting in more Nigerians actively participating in the Nigerian film growth. Efforts of the likes of Abat Ogunde, Tunde Kelani, Moses Olaya Adejumo played a crucial role in shaping the Nigerian film industry, which is now popularly called Nollywood. With the advent of what is now called New Nollywood, the Nigerian film industry has upgraded to experimental and innovative movies with better storytelling. The major impact of this evolution is that the industry has put African stories on a global platform. In 2020, Netflix was launched locally in Nigeria and South Africa to prioritize African stories. Since then, we have had original African stories on a global platform. Some of these movies are King of Boys, The Return of the King, Ayinla Oloture. In an interview with OSBC Entertainment News, Okoye Chisom says Nollywood has made a significant progress and has tried to portray the rich African culture.
I will start by giving accolades to the movie industry, Nollywood, because they've really made tangible progress, looking at where they are coming from and where they are at the moment. So Nollywood is doing well to an extent, even though there is room for so much improvement, but you just have to give them the accolades for the work so far. So back to the African story. The African story in itself is rich and deep, and Nollywood has tried to portray this culture.
On another hand, the evolution of Nollywood has had a detrimental effect on how African stories are told. Abigail Amuson says, although it is great that our film industry is in the world's face, it has caused us to lean towards the Western style of storytelling.
A major theme of African stories that I think has always been is complex moral themes. Something like the need for wisdom, the value of respect, the power of good advice, basically moral themes. In my opinion, the evolution of Nollywood, while it is not entirely a bad thing, in fact it's a great thing that our film industry is in the world space. However, I feel like this has sort of caused us to lean a lot towards the Hollywood and Western style of storytelling, and maybe this might actually be a deep-rooted problem burdened from the fear of unacceptance on our part.
With these submissions, we note that the Nigerian movie industry has not reached its peak, but the future looks promising. Lolade Olu Ojegbeje for OSBC Entertainment News.
Again, gunmen have reportedly attacked and killed 3 policemen at a checkpoint in Agbani, headquarters of Nkawu West local government area of Enugu State. The incident, it was gathered, happened today around the railway crossing at Agbani town. Although the police had not confirmed the incident, sources told reporters that a gunman stormed the checkpoint, which is close to the Agbani police station, and shot the 3 policemen dead at close range. According to the source, the attack appeared as if the gunmen were already somewhere monitoring their activities before striking. However, a resident of the area who witnessed the attack said the policemen were caught unaware because they were busy extorting Okada riders when the gunmen swooped on them. Meanwhile, the Enugu State Police Command has not reacted to the attack. The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Rivers has impounded 5 trucks and arrested a suspect for alleged oil theft. The state commandant of the Corps, Michael Oga, said this in a statement by the Corps spokesperson Olufemi Ayodele in Port Harcourt. He said the trucks were impounded for conveying petroleum products without alleged licenses and other required documents. The operatives of the Lagos State Police Command have arrested 2 suspected fraudsters for duping a 64-year-old woman to the tune of 690,000 naira and threatening to kill her. According to the spokesperson for the command, SP Benjamin Undeyi, the command got an alert from a bank cashier who noticed that a customer was unsettled while trying to make a withdrawal of 600,000 naira after previously giving the suspects 90,000 naira. SP Undeyi treated on his verified handle that a bank cashier noticed that a 64-year-old customer was fidgety, receiving repeated calls, and was in a hurry to withdraw 600,000 naira. The cashier asked what the problem was, and the woman said she would die if she talked. The Lagos State Police Command has arrested a man for unlawful possession of firearms. The command spokesperson, SP Benjamin Undeyi, confirmed the arrest in his verified Twitter handle. The police spokesperson attached the contents of the bag to his post, which contained gun and ammunition. The Anambra State Police Command has paraded some suspects that allegedly killed one of the officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in the state. The suspects, identified as Nwobodo, Obuneme, Malachi, Uzochukwu, and Ifesinachi Ogechukwu, were paraded today by the State Police Commissioner Echeng. According to Echeng, the 3 suspects were behind the brutal death of Osita Duruhua, a principal executive officer of INEC, who was initially declared missing but was found dead in September. One of the suspects, 26-year-old Obumene, told journalists that he and his gang strangled Duruhua with the aim of disposing him of his shuttle bus. No fewer than 2 members of the Ebubegu security outfit have been shot dead by gunmen in Abakaliki, the capital of Ebonyi State. It was gathered that the incident took place at the popular Ebebe Junction. The incident, which also led to many residents of the area sustaining varying degrees of injuries, has caused palpable fears among the citizens, and some were seen scampering for safety. The police public relations officer SP Chris Anyawo confirmed the development to newsmen. FIFA President Gianni Infantino is to contest unopposed as president of the World Football Government Body for third term in office. Adeyemi Abodere has more on sports updates.
Champions Nigeria has retained a stronghold on the top spot of Africa following the latest Federation of International Basketball Association FIBA ranking released on Friday. The 2017 winners of FIBA AfroBasket for men remained top as Nigeria head on to the 19th spot in the world, with Tunisia as the closest in 22 positions on the world table and second in Africa. Senegal dropped to 37th in the world and third in Africa, while 11-time African champions Angola is at number 41 in the world and fourth in Africa. Cote d'Ivoire is at number 45 on the world ladder. However, history was made as Spain is the new number one team in the latest FIBA World Ranking for men, with USA holding the number one spot for over 12 years. Spain is only the second team to top the ranking since its introduction in 2010. Spain's jump from number 2 to the top spot resulted from their consistency in recent years in each game of each competition. Spain captured the titles at the FIBA Basketball World Cup in 2019 and the FIBA Eurobasketball in 2022, while also reaching the quarterfinals of the Tokyo Olympics. The biggest riser in the ranking is Thailand, as they won all 4 of their games in the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 pre-qualifiers in November to move up 10 spot to 92nd in the world. Meanwhile, Deontay Wilder says he believes Anthony Joshua may beat Tyson Fury if the pair ever met in the ring. The two boxers had recently been in negotiations to fight on December 3rd, but talks collapsed in the last couple of months, and now Fury will instead face Derek Chisora. Prior to this breakdown of the proposed bout, Wilder was asked for his thought. He proposed that the fight will go distance and there may be no knockout. In the meantime, head coach of the Super Eagles, Jose Peseiro, has defended Emmanuel Dennis in the wake of his penalty miss during the second half of Nigeria's 4-0 defeat at the hands of Portugal on Thursday night. With 11 minutes left on the clock, the referee pointed to the spot after Diogo Dalot fouled Bright Osai Samuel in the area. Emmanuel Dennis insisted on taking the penalty but saw his kick saved by Portugal globesman Rui Patricio, who pushed the ball against the post before it was cleared out of danger. Peseiro leapt to the defense of Dennis, saying that most players in the world have missed penalty kicks. Dennis has not been a designated penalty taker during his time at Zoya Luhansk, Club Brugge, Cologne and Watford, while his penalty conversion rate club level is 0. Cristiano Ronaldo has left Lisbon for Qatar ahead of the 2022 World Cup, despite being on the verge of being sacked by Manchester United. The superstar forward is set to appear in his 5th World Cup for Portugal as they finally head over to the major tournament slightly late than most of other nations.
That was the news across the country, edited by Temitope Olayiwola. For more about us, you can visit www.osbcng.org. Thanks for listening. Good evening.
You are live. On Osun Radio. 104.5 FM.
ọ̀kan ṣoṣo àjàǹbá fún mi gbé kìjikìji 105.5.
ìyànjẹ́ ọlọ́run tọ́lọ́run tọwọ́ rẹ̀ ṣe yẹnu ó ń ké pa ọlọ́run ọlọ́run ń gbọ́ ẹni tán lọ́rùn pé tó yàtọ̀ sí ṣe lógo ní Freedom City ọ̀rẹ́ tó bá ti débẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ tó bá ti débẹ̀ sẹ́yẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ ní Freedom City ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ CAC Freedom City International ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ èmi délé dára kọrin ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ mo bá wọn débẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi sì dayọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ tó bá ti dé Freedom City ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ tó ti dayọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ Prophet Dr. James Adeniyi ìyẹn Bíọ́dún ẹni tó lọ́rùn pé tó yàtọ̀ sí ṣe lógo ni.
tọ́ kábíyèsí olódùmarè ọba tẹ́rẹ̀rẹ̀ kárí ayé a lè wí lè ṣe a lè ṣe lè wé ọba tó ń dáhùn àdúrà lójoojúmọ́ nígbà gbogbo ní ìṣẹ́jú kọ̀ọ̀kan adúpẹ́ òfòrí ọ̀fẹ́ tó tún fún wa láti jẹ́ alààyè lónìí láti wà lórí atẹ́gùn àtẹ̀yí tó tún fáwọn aráalé wa láti jẹ́ alájọpín iṣẹ́ ìyanu tó ti ń tẹ̀síwájú nínú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ ìjọ CAC Freedom City Prophetic and Deliverance International Ministry níbi tí Ọlọ́run ti ń lo bàbá wa Prophet Adeniyi Abiodun James. ẹ̀yin èèyàn mo kí yín níbi tí ẹ ti ń gbọ́ wa báyìí nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun jákèjádò ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà pé ẹ tún kú àmójúbà wa o. ẹ jẹ́ sọ fún yín pé bàbá ń bẹ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ti ń bẹ ní gbogbo ìgbà. ìyẹn Prophet Adeniyi Abiodun James. dádì mo tún kí yín o, ẹ kú kalẹ̀.
ògo ni fún orúkọ Olúwa.
hallelujah.
ògo ni fún Ọlọ́run Babalọ́lá.
hallelujah.
ògo ni fún Ọlọ́run tó dá ayé àti ọ̀run.
hallelujah.
ṣáájú ohun gbogbo ẹ jẹ́ gbàdúrà orúkọ Jésù.
àmín.
èyí Ọlọ́run Àpọ́stù Ayọ̀ Babalọ́lá a gbé ọ̀gá ayìn ọ́ torí pé ìwọ ni Ọlọ́run lórí ayé wa, gba ọpẹ́ wa.
àmín.
gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbogbo Ọlọ́run dáríjì wa.
àmín.
èyí Ọlọ́run a fẹ́ rí ọ, ó yá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀.
àmín.
ẹnìkan wà nílé tó ń gbọ́ mi tó sàmì gbogbo ọwọ́ ogun adákẹ́bàtẹnijẹ́ lára rẹ̀ lórúkọ bàbá tọmọ tiẹ̀ mímọ́ iná tì jáde.
àmín Jésù.
agbára tó yí ọká tí ò jẹ́ kó rógolo railis kapaili mozonda elia kadava ma elia kava mo pàṣẹ lórúkọ bàbá tọmọ tiẹ̀ mọ́ agbára yẹn lanara.
àmín Jésù.
gbọ́ májàmú ogun tó le tó ń bẹ lára rẹ̀ yẹn bí o ṣe ń gbọ́ mi mọ́mì bí o ṣe ń gbọ́ mi dádì tó o dẹ̀ pinnu àti sàmì lórúkọ bàbá tọmọ tiẹ̀ mọ́ abamájàmú náà jẹ́.
àmín.
èyí ni ọ̀pẹ èyí tí a ní kí n sọ olóore rẹ aláàánú rẹ èyí tó ti rìn jìnnà sí ọ bó o ṣe ń gbọ́ mi tó o dẹ̀ pinnu àti sàmì lórúkọ Jésù ọ̀run kọ̀nẹ́ẹ̀tì yín papọ̀
àmín Jésù.
ọkàn rẹ̀ ó balẹ̀
àmín.
wàá dẹ̀ ráàánú gbà
àmín.
ògo ni fún orúkọ Olúwa
hallelujah.
Jésù Olúwa wa
àmín. àmín. àmín lórúkọ Jésù.
gbogbo ẹ̀yà ará Òṣogbo àti agbègbè rẹ̀ títí wọ ìlú Iléṣà títí wọ Ìlóbù títí wọ Ifọ̀n títí wọ ibomotoleda Ẹdẹni Mọdákẹ́kẹ́ ni gbèsè kọ́nà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni Ifẹ̀ tí a jọ pàdé níbi ìpàdé àdúrà èyí tá a ṣe lọ àtẹ̀mí àtẹ̀yìn mo kí wa pé a kú oríire àdúrà náà God bless you.
ẹ ṣeun àdúrà wa ó gbà sà. ẹyẹ èèyàn ohun bàbá wa náà lẹ ti gbọ́ yìí Tọ́pẹ́ Anímáṣà ló kọ tèmi náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí atọ́kùn ètò yìí àtún ti dé nìyẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ bá sì ti gbóhùn bàbá ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tí mo pe ohùn yìí ohùn tí àwọn máa ń fẹ́ gbọ́ ni kí ni bàbá tún fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn gbọ́ lónìí ẹ jókòó dáadáa láti gbádùn ohun tí a tún fẹ́ sọ fún yín iṣẹ́ ìyanu mi tún fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bó ti ń ṣe dádì àwọn èèyàn tún ti ń retí pé kí ni tí ó tó ń bọ̀ wá táwọn fẹ́ jàǹfààní nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
gbogbo ará Òṣogbo àti agbègbè rẹ̀ ìsọjí ọjọ́ 5 tó lọ ní ọba Adélé páàkì ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Ayétòrò Olúwa kọ sí mi wípé iṣẹ́ tí a kò tí ì parí ni.
Unfinished project.
Oh my God olóòtú o ìpàdé àdúrà yẹn lè débi pé àwọn èèyàn wá láti Àṣàbà àwọn èèyàn gbéra láti Ghana ohun tí àwọn tó wá bẹ̀lẹ̀ jẹ́rìí sí ni ènìyàn tó wá já ọjà pẹ̀lú tírọ̀kì ó sì páàkì mọ́tò fún odidi ọjọ́ 5 ó sì attend the program nígbà tí àwọn èèyàn rí àkọlùkọgbà ọwọ́ agbára Olódùmarè kì í ṣe ènìyàn ló ń ṣe Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣe èyí wòlíì kan ò lè ṣe láì ṣe pé ọ̀run tì lẹ́yìn ẹni tí ọ̀run ò tì lẹ́yìn ojú wọn á ń tì ní ẹni tí ọ̀run bá tì lẹ́yìn òun láyé sọ pé mọ̀ ṣe ẹja kọ́kọ́ sọ pé ògo 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 ògo. So now mo tún ti wà ní ìlú Òṣogbo báyìí so orí Sunday ọ̀la yìí mọ́mì bóyá wo wá tí ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá ọjọ́ 5 tó lọ máa pe fóònù máa béèrè àwọn tó wá ní Sunday ọ̀la yìí láago 3 ọ̀sán ní ọba Adélé páàkì yẹn náà láti pàdé ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Ayétòrò nílùú Òṣogbo tó o bá ti wọ ìlú Òṣogbo sọ fún onímọ́tò tàbí ọlọ́kadà sọ pé ó lọ sí Ayétòrò wàá mọ̀ tẹ́mọ̀ létí pé ibi roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ibẹ̀ ló ti fẹ́ bọ́lẹ̀ wàá ti rí fíìdì ọba Adélé páàkì ní ibẹ̀ látún ti fẹ́ pàdé ní aago 3 ọ̀sán ọ̀la tí í ṣe Sunday yìí gangan Sunday ọ̀la yìí a máa pàdé ńbẹ̀ mo tún ti wà ní ìlú Òṣogbo lórúkọ bàbá tọmọ ti ẹ̀mí mímọ́ ìwọ tó sàmì ó dẹ̀ máa rí tiẹ̀ ṣe náà gbogbo èyí tẹ́ ẹ̀ lórí ọ̀fẹ́ láti gba handkerchief iṣẹ́ agbára tí Ọlọ́run máa ń lò yẹn handkerchief májẹ̀mú yẹn mo tún kó bọ̀ ní ọ̀la yìí ní ọ̀la láago 3 ọ̀sán ẹja pàdé ní fíìdì ọba adéńlé park tó wà ní ayétòrò ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Òṣogbo. Thank you, God bless you.
Amen. Tó ohun tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́ti gbọ́ yìí ọjọ́ Sunday ọ̀la yìí ní ìpàdé àdúrà míì tó fẹ́ wáyé. Bàbá sọ wọ́n ní èyí tó wáyé kọjá ìkó ìparí Ọlọ́run ní pé kó tún tẹ̀síwájú. Bàbá ṣe ọjọ́ kan iná ní àbọ̀jọ́ márùn-ún náà ni ọjọ́ kan ni.
ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú Olúwa ọjọ́ kan pẹ̀lú Olúwa tó ń jẹ́ kéèyàn pàdé ẹnìkan tí ó lè yí ayé èèyàn padà. ìdí nìyẹn gbà tí mo bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bèrè lọ́wọ́ Olúwa a ti ní pílánì fún bòmíì tá à ń lọ ẹgbọ́sà ẹ̀yin ará Òṣogbo ọjọ́ kan ìpèrè lẹ́ni lẹ́yìn Òṣogbo yìí ó níbi tí mo tún ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sọ́jí mi lọ́jọ́ Monday ní Monday ọ̀túnla mo tún lọ bòmíì bọ̀ Olúwa ní kí n wá àyè nínú kò sáàyè kí a jọ pàdé ní Sunday ọ̀la yìí láago 3 ọ̀sán wo bí church Sunday service rẹ kò dádúró tó o bá ti kúrò ní church rẹ tètè kúrò darí sí orí fíìdì yẹn ní Ayétòrò ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ìlú Òṣogbo. Mo ní Olúwa kí ló dé tó o tún láti jọta àti ń ṣèpàdé a parí ìpàdé lọ́sẹ̀ tó lọ rí ká ti sọ pé a tún lọ bẹ̀ lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá lọ́sẹ̀ tó tẹ̀lé torí wípé àyè ò sí. Olúwa wípé nítorí iṣẹ́ kan kí ni iṣẹ́ náà ọgbẹ́ ojú àlá.
ọgbẹ́ ojú àlá ohun tó jẹ́ àkòrí tí ìpàdé àdúrà yìí ó wáyé lórí nìyẹn.
iṣẹ́ tí màá ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí lọ́la òun ni ọgbẹ́ tó gbà lójú àlá. mọ́mì kan bá mi sọ̀rọ̀ lé olóòtú ẹ fẹ́ béèrè.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé ọgbẹ́ ojú àlá ṣe èyàn máa gbọgbẹ́ lójú àlá tí ó sì tún ṣiṣẹ́ lójú ayé.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣe ń béèrè náà ni ẹnìkan ń béèrè lé pé kí ni ìtumọ̀ ọgbẹ́ ojú àlá. ọgbẹ́ ojú àlá gbogbo èèyàn ló gbà àfẹni tí ò bá sùn rí. ìwé Matthew 13 ó sọ wípé nígbà tí ènìyàn sùn ọ̀tá rẹ̀ wá dẹ̀mbẹ̀ láti verse 24 ó ní òwe mìíràn ni ó pa fún wọn wípé ìjọba ọ̀run dàbí ọkùnrin tí ó fúrúgbìn rere sí oko rẹ̀. Irúgbìn kí ló ló fún.
irúgbìn rere.
mọ́mì dídá tí ọ̀run dá ọ ọ̀run ò dá ọ pé kó o máa jẹ gbèsè. dídá tí ọ̀run dá ọ baálé ilé tó ń gbọ́ mi ọ̀run ò dá ọ pé kó o gba yàrá kan kó tún ní ọ lára àti sanwó ẹ̀. ẹ̀sà dídá tí ọ̀run dá ọ àǹtí o fáìn o rẹwà kí ló dé tó ò rí lé ọkọ lọ. àǹtí tó lọ lé ọkọ yìí ó ti kọdún kìíní kejì kẹta bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ o ò rí ọmọ gbẹ́jọ́. mọ́mì kí ló dé tí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tí ó jọ ọmọ ọ̀rẹ́ rẹ̀ ń ṣàṣeyọrí tí àwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ ń ṣe àṣetì kí ló dé tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ bí erin tó ń jẹ̀jẹ̀ lérí. ìdá tí ọ̀run dá ọkọ nìyẹn irúgbìn rere ni ọ̀run dá sínú ayé rẹ ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ọwọ́ kan kà ọ́ mo pàṣẹ bí Olúwa ti ń bẹ tí ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ sì wà ọwọ́ tó lòdì lára rẹ tí ó gbà lójú àlá bí aṣẹjọ́ ń pàdé láago 3 ọ̀sán ọ̀la ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Ayétòrò nílùú Òṣogbo níbi ọba adéńlé park yẹn lórúkọ Jésù àgbé ọwọ́ náà dà.
àmín Jésù.
irúgbìn rere ni ọkùnrin yìí gbìn. now verse 25 Bíbélì sọ pé ṣùgbọ́n nígbà tí ènìyàn sùn wọ́n ti jó gbirúgbìn wọ́n ti jó ṣe làálàá ó ti fomi wọn ó wá ní jẹ́ kó lọ sùn díẹ̀ kó n tó padà lọ wo tó ń gbìn. nígbà tí ènìyàn sùn Bíbélì wípé ọ̀tá rẹ̀ wá ní àkókò oorun ni ọ̀tá máa wá torí àkókò oorun jẹ́ àkókò tí èèyàn ò lágbára. àkókò oorun jẹ́ a moment of weakness.
èyí ó ti da tọwọ́ ẹ lẹ gbogbo tọwọ́ ẹ.
àkókò tẹ̀yìn ó ti da tọwọ́ ẹ lẹ ni àkókò yẹn ni ọ̀tá wá olóòtú o kí ló dé tí ọ̀tá ò wá nígbà tí arákùnrin yìí ń fúrúgbìn. ó mọ̀ pé bí ọ̀tá mọ̀ pé bóun bá yọjú àdá ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ọ̀kọ̀ ń bẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ táwọn ó jọ fi jà bọ̀ ó wà wò pé ibo ni mo ti lè mu ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń jẹ́ oṣù ọgbẹ́ tó wu ara rẹ lójú àlá ọgbẹ́ tó gbẹ ojú ooru wọlé bí Olúwa ti ń bẹ tí ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ sì wà tí wọ́n mọ̀mọ́ yìí fi ń jẹ gbèsè ọgbẹ́ tó gbẹ ojú ooru wọlé tó o fi ralẹ̀ tó o fi rí kọ́ ọgbẹ́ tó gbẹ ojú ooru wọlé tó o fi kàwé tó o fi rí ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ọgbẹ́ tó gbẹ ojú ooru wọlé tó o fi níṣẹ́ ọwọ́ lọ́wọ́ tí ṣe ọwọ́ rí òtún ó jẹ bí a ṣe jọ ń pàdé ní ọ̀la yìí láago 3 ọ̀sán ọ̀la ní ọba adéńlé park ní Ayétòrò ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ìlú Òṣogbo yìí lórúkọ bàbá tọmọ tiẹ̀ mọ́ ọ̀run wojú ọgbà yẹn sàn.
àmín Jésù.
àkókò tí ènìyàn bá sùn ní ọ̀tá rẹ̀ mọ́ wá náà Olúwa sọ fún mi pé ọ̀pọ̀ àwọn ẹ̀dá ènìyàn tí òun dá tògótògó ní ìlú Òṣogbo tó ti ń gbọ́ mi àti agbègbè rẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọn rí ògolo mo ní Olúwa báwo náà ṣe rògbò Olúwa ní ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun nígbà tí wọ́n sùn nígbà tí wọ́n lálàá kò sí ẹni tí ọgbẹ́ yìí ò lè tí ò sí lára ẹ̀ ó ń bẹ lára ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ó ń bẹ lára akọrin ẹ̀mí ó ń bẹ lára oníṣòwò ó ń bẹ lára tó ń tajà ẹ̀sà tó o bá lè sàmì nílé gbogbo ọgbẹ́ tó gba ojú oorun wọlé bí olúwa ti ń bẹ tí ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ sì wà mọ́mì gbé ọwọ́ lé orí rẹ mo fẹ́ pàṣẹ zahalia kadaba elia mozondalia ìpè àpọ́sù ayọ̀ babalọ́lá ó ní kí n sọ fún ẹ wípé ọgbẹ́ tó gba ojú oorun wọlé sí ọ lára tí ọmọ ológo rẹ fi ń ṣagbe lórúkọ jésù kristu ọgbẹ́ yẹn jáde.
àmì jésù.
now kí n má pa àpẹ lórí ẹ
yes sir.
ọ̀tá rẹ wá ó fún èpò sínú àlìkámà mọ́mì nǹkan kan ló wọ ara rẹ tí olùrànlọ́wọ́ fi yí ọ ká tán fi sànú ẹ dádì gbogbo nǹkan kan ló wọ ara rẹ tí iṣẹ́ rẹ tí ò fi tó ọ jẹ nǹkan kan ló wọ ara rẹ tó o fi ń lo ẹ́mbásì fún físà ní gbogbo ìgbà tí wọ́n fọ́n físà nǹkan kan ló wọ ara rẹ tó jẹ́ wípé ohun rere tí àwọn èèyàn ń ṣe pẹ̀lú ìrọ̀rùn ìwọ ṣeṣeṣe òòrí ṣe nǹkan kan ló wọ ara rẹ tí ó jẹ́ wípé àfàṣù àṣeyọrí yamọ́ lára gbogbo tí wọ́n bá ṣe àṣetì ní ọgbẹ́ ojú àlá ni ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun ni ní ọ̀la yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo máa wà ní ìlú Òṣogbo ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo náà ni ẹ̀sà ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo tó lè yí àyànmọ́ rẹ padà má dẹjà bí o ṣe ń gbọ́ mi láago 3 ọ̀sán ọ̀la ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ayétòrò nílùú Òṣogbo náà handkerchief agbára yẹn ìwọ tó ò rí gbà ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó lọ ọjọ́ 5 la fi ṣe sọ̀tẹ̀ tó lọ ṣùgbọ́n tí ọ̀la yìí ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo náà ni aago 3 dẹ̀ ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ màá tún kọ́ handkerchief yẹn wá màá tún ṣe kí ni màá tún kún fún gbogbo yẹn àwọn tó mọṣẹ́ tí handkerchief yẹn ṣe ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá ìpàdé ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo tí ọ̀la yìí tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láago 3 mo gbàgbọ́ pé kò wọ́n ní ṣe kí ni wọ́n ní gbẹ̀yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ torí wọ́n mọ iṣẹ́ agbára tí handkerchief yẹn ṣe ìwọ lọ́kàn dádì ìwọ lọ́kàn mọ́mì mọ́dẹ́jà já pàdé ní ọ̀la thank you.
ẹ ṣeun gan dádì òun lẹ gbọ́ yìí gbogbo ìtọ́kasí dádì ó ti fi hàn wípé ọgbẹ́ ojú àlá ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun kì í ṣe ọgbẹ́ tí èèyàn bá ń gbé lọ sílé ìwòsàn ibi tó ti lè wòsàn náà nínú àdúrà tó gbóná girigiri
dókítà ayé kan ò lè wòsàn ọlọ́run nìkan ló ní agbára láti wòsàn wòlíì ò lè wòsàn apostol kankan ò lè wòsàn evangelist kankan ò lè wòsàn alágbára níbi gíga tí ṣe jésù kristi òun nìkan náà ló lè wòsàn ló dẹ̀ ń pè ọ́ lọ́la aago 3 ọ̀sán ọ̀la tètè lọ chọ́ọ̀chì yẹn láàárọ̀ àárọ̀ lọ chọ́ọ̀chì yẹn láàárọ̀ tó o bá ti ń bọ̀ máa darí sí fìdí yẹn tètè dé kí ankachi fagbára yẹn kí n lè pín fún wọn náà torí àwọn tó gbà ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá wọ́n rí iṣẹ́ agbára lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ tí ó ń ṣe mí nídàá ti sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ orí afẹ́fẹ́ ni mo wà ìwọ́dẹ̀ ló kàn thank you God bless you.
ẹ̀tẹ́rù nínú iná ajáde mọ̀mọ́ tán nílé ọba tó sọ ọ́ dàyàn fẹ́ ọmọ ìwọ náà wà tán wò wà á rí i pé ọlọ́run prọfẹ̀tà Adéyẹmí tàbí ọdún ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀.
ẹyẹ èèyàn a lérò pé a tún ní láti sọ́jú báyìí lọ mo mọ̀ pé ẹ débi ìpàdé àdúrà yìí láti wo ọ̀nà àbáyọ kí ló máa jọ́nà àbáyọ sí ọgbẹ́ tá a gbà lójú ọ̀rọ̀ yálà àmọ̀ àbá àmọ̀ tó rọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ máa lọ́gbẹ́ yìí lára tí iye wò tiẹ̀ ní lọ síbẹ̀ pé ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun àbí tójú àlá ni ẹ wá gbọ́ àṣírí gbogbo ẹ̀ nínú ìpàdé àdúrà yìí.
màá mọ̀ tú tán pè ní ọgbẹ́ fún ọ màá mọ̀ tú iṣẹ́ tí ọgbẹ́ ń ṣe fún ọ màá mọ̀ tú ọ̀nà àbáyọ fún ọ màá wá mọ̀ tú ọ̀nà tán mọ̀ gbà sáàyàn lọ́gbẹ́ ojú oorun màá mọ̀ tú fún ọ ní ọ̀la aago 3 ọ̀sán ni mọ́mì mo fi ìyọ́nú kristi bí ọ aràn mi sí ọ ẹ ìpàdé ọjọ́ kan náà ni jẹ́ àjọ fojúkojú kí àjọ gbàdúrà sí ẹni tó dá èmi àti ìwọ kó tètè dé ní ọ̀la yìí kí lè fún ọ ní akáchìfà agbára yẹn kí wọn náà mọ̀ pé kristi ni olúwa.
ẹ ṣeun dáàdi ẹja tún bọ́ sórí irú àwọn tó lè wá síbẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àmọ́ àwọn pé ọgbẹ́ irú bá ṣe sọ pé àwọn míì lè wà tí wọn ò ní mọ̀ pé ọgbẹ́ yìí ń bẹ lára àwọn lóòótọ́ ogun jà wọ́n ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n lè má rò lọ síbi tọgbẹ́ wọ́n lè wò pé ọgbẹ́ èyí tá a lè fojú rí ni irú àwọn wo gan-an ló yẹ kí wọ́n máa bọ̀ wá síbi
ẹ jẹ́ kí n kó papọ̀ báyìí ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá ti ń la nǹkan tí ò múnú rẹ̀ dùn tó ń là kọjá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ọgbẹ́ ojú àlà ń bẹ lára ẹ̀ olóòtú ẹnikẹ́ni tí ó rí pé òun kó jọ wọ́n tún tu kámọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun ni ẹnikẹ́ni tó jẹ́ wípé àkókò tá bá fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan fún náà máa rí mistake ẹ̀ ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun ni ẹni tó fi àìmọye ọdún ṣiṣẹ́ ṣùgbọ́n tí ò ní àtọ́ka sí orere ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun ni ẹ gbọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n ka ibi ẹ wo verse 28 no ẹ wo verse 27 ó ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ́ baálẹ̀ náà tọ̀ wá wọ́n wí fún pé olúwa irúgbìn rere kí ìwọ gbìn sínú oko níbo ni ó wà ti ní èpò búburú ó yà wọ́n lẹ́nu pé
báwo ni búburú ṣe lè farahàn.
ẹni tó ń gbọ́ mi lé àtẹ̀mí àtọlóòtú bíbélì wípé ohun gbogbo tí ọ̀run dá
dáradára
kí ló dé ẹni tó ọ̀run dá dáradára tó jọ ọmọ ológo kí ló dé tó wá ń jẹun bí ẹrú ṣé mọ̀ pé ó ti àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ yẹn kíyèsí ayé ara wọn ẹlòmíì ń gbọ́ báyìí bí ẹ ṣe sọ mo ń dá ìbéèrè yín ni o kò mọ̀ pé ogun ń jà òríjìnà ogun ló dẹ̀ ń jà kò dẹ̀ mọ̀ bọ́ adúpẹ́ pé iye àwọn ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ yìí sí ẹni tí iye rẹ̀ sí á gbéra láti jẹ́ ká pàdé ní aago 3 ọ̀sán ọ̀la ní ọba adéńlé park ní ayétòrò ní ìlú òṣogbo bí ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ́kẹ̀rẹ̀ now verse 28 ẹni ọ̀bálẹ̀ yẹn wá dá wọn lò ó sì wí fún wọn pé ọ̀tá ni ó ṣe yìí ọwọ́ ọ̀tá ń bẹ lára ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn lára ìpè tó pọ̀ olóòtú ẹlòmíín ní ìpè lórí àṣẹ ń bẹ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ìpè ò pé ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun ni.
a tún máa bá àwọn ìránṣẹ́ ọlọ́run náà sàn.
olóòtú ẹmújà tún lọ ọbẹ̀ yẹn èmi ń kọ́ nígbà kan sọgbẹ́ ojú oorun ò bà mí ni tí mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ bí erin tí mò ń jẹ̀jẹ̀ lérí tí mò ń gorí òkè tí ayé mi ò yí padà tí mò ń gbà àwẹ̀ tí nǹkan tún ń le sí olóòtú àwọn wo ló lè sáyàn lọ́gbẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ èèyàn lè sáyàn lọ́gbẹ́.
ọ̀rẹ́.
o Sekaraya chapter 13 wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọmọkùnrin níbo ni wọ́n ti rí ọgbẹ́ tó wà lára ẹ̀ ó ní èyí ni ọgbẹ́ tí àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi sá mi. ìyàwó èèyàn máa ń ṣàyàn lọ́gbẹ́ ó tún yà yín lẹ́nu ta ló sá Sámsónì lọ́gbẹ́ Dèlílà ṣé kìí ṣe ìyàwó ẹ̀ ẹbí ènìyàn lè ṣàyàn lọ́gbẹ́ ta ló bà ti Joseph jẹ́ ṣé kìí ṣe àwọn ẹbí ẹ̀ àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ àwọn ènìyàn rẹ̀ ọ̀gá a máa ṣàyàn lọ́gbẹ́ tí ò ní jẹ́ kí ọmọ sẹ́gbẹ́ rí Bíbélì sọ pé arán wòlíì kékeré níṣẹ́ ó sì ń sinmi lábẹ́ igi wòlíì àgbà pé olúwa ni kò jẹ́ ó ní olúwa ní mi ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹun wòlíì àgbà ní olúwa ti sọ fún mi pé kò ṣe kí ni kò jẹun ó jẹun tán ó sì kú ìlérí ọlọ́run fáyé ẹ̀ ó kú pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ gbogbo ibi tá a ti sá ọlọ́gbẹ́ bí a ṣe jọ ń pàdé láago 3 ọ̀sán ọ̀la ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ayétòrò nílùú òṣogbo níbi fíìdì ọba adéńlé park yẹn lórúkọ bàbá tọmọ tẹmọ àwòjú ọgbà yẹn sàn tètè dé kí wọn náà lè rí akáchífù yẹn gbà ọ̀la nìkan nípàdé àdúrà yẹn ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo pẹ̀lú olúwa láti mú ọgbẹ́ tó wà ní ara rẹ láti mú kó gbèsè ọgbẹ́ ni mi ní sọ jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
tọ́ ẹ̀yin èèyàn ò lẹ gbọ́ yìí ò lẹ gbọ́ yìí àwọn ọgbẹ́ tí èèyàn lè gbà lójú oorun lójú àlá rèé èwo ni ti yín bẹ̀ ẹ̀yin náà ẹ ṣe àkíyèsí ayé yín ẹ ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò rẹ̀ pé èwo nínú àwọn ọgbẹ́ yìí lẹ́yìn náà ti gbà ẹ jẹ́ àjọ pàdé níbi ìpàdé àdúrà yìí kẹrin iṣẹ́ ìyanu tọ́lọ́run bá máa ṣe ń bẹ̀ ẹ má gbàgbé ọba adéńlé park ní roundabout àbò oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ayétòrò nílùú òṣogbo ibẹ̀ náà ló ti máa wáyé lọ́la tí í ṣe ọjọ́ ìsinmi yìí
aago 3 parí rárá aago 3 màá dẹ̀ ṣe tán ó pẹ́ tá àrírò ẹ̀rí 7:30 máa ti sórí ọ̀fẹ́ sọ́dà wà á lè tètè lọlé láti lọ múra ibi iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ ọjọ́ Monday bọ́ tètè dé mo ń kí gbákájìfù yìí fún wọn ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá àwọn tó wá ìpàdé ọjọ́ 5 yẹn wọ́n rí sí agbára bàmì tí ọlọ́run àpòsò àbọ̀lá tó fi akájìfù ṣe now a tún kó bọ̀ báyìí láti ti wá pín fún àwọn tó ń ja ogun ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun kò sí ẹni tí ò já tó o bá ti lè díjú rí láyé tó o sùn ọgbẹ́ ti wara rẹ̀ so kó o dìde iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe yẹn ṣiṣẹ́ tó yẹ kó o máa ṣe ni ìwọ àtìyàwó ń pé owó ilé àtọwọ́ skul san àkọ́bí rẹ̀ ń tọrọ lọ́wọ́ àbúrò ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ bí èrè òun jíjẹ́ ìlérí gbogbo ọ̀nà tó ń sà láti jẹ́ kó o gòkè gbogbo ẹ̀ ló ń dín ipá rẹ̀ ti pin ọgbọ́n orí rẹ̀ ò gbó bí olúwa ti ń bẹ tí ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ sì wà ní ọ̀la yìí bí a sì jọ ń pàdé láago 3 ọ̀sán báyìí ní ayétòrò ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní fíìdì ọba adéńlé park yẹn lórúkọ bàbá tọmọ tẹmọ àmú ojú ọgbẹ́ yẹn kú.
àmì jésù ẹ ṣeun bàbá wa ẹyẹ èèyàn tẹ́ ń gbọ́ wa bàbá wa wòlíì adéníyì abíọ́dún james tọ́lọ́ ń lò nínú iṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ ìjọ CAC Freedom City Prophetic and Deliverance International Ministry àwọn náà lè ń gbọ́ yìí live and direct wọ́n sọ fún wa nípa ìpàdé àdúrà tí ó wáyé lọ́la Sunday yìí èyí tí ó dá lórí wíwo ọgbẹ́ ojú oorun ojú àlásàn ẹ̀yin náà ẹ darapọ̀ ńbẹ̀ kẹ́ wá jàǹfààní iṣẹ́ ọlọ́wọ́ báyìí.
ẹlòmíì kó tó dijú ó ti lálàkàlà ẹlòmíì wọ́n ti gbójú ojú oorun wá fún oh my god ẹlòmíì ṣe wẹ́ẹ̀dì lójú oorun ẹlòmíì gbọ́mọdé lójú oorun ẹlòmíì sílé lójú oorun olóòtú mo ti rí ẹni tó sọ fún mi pé ojoojúmọ́ lòun mọ́ ka dọ́là tó bá dẹ̀ wá chọ́ọ̀chì yóò mọ̀ tọrọ owó ọ̀kadà padà ó sì ń ka dọ́là lójú oorun ẹlòmíì sì ń sílé lójú oorun ẹlòmíì wà gbádá lójú oorun ó sì ń wọṣọ ẹ̀sìn àti ẹ̀sọ àbùkù ládùúgbò ó ẹjẹ́ pàdé lọ́la láago 3 ọ̀sán ọ̀la ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ayétòrò nílòsò wàá mọ̀ pé wòlíì sì wà tètè dé láti gbáǹkàchífù yẹn máa pín náà ní ọ̀la yìí ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo yẹn náà ni ọjọ́ kan ṣoṣo pẹ̀lú olúwa aago 3 ọ̀sán ni thank you. God bless you.
ẹ ṣeun dáàdì tọ látẹ̀yìn wá sà àwọn èèyàn kì í mú nǹkan kan wá síbi ìpàdé àdúrà tó ti ń wáyé sẹ́yìn o eléyìí náà tó tún máa wáyé lọ́la ṣé kò sí pé èèyàn ó tún mú nǹkan torí àwọn míì wà tí wọ́n ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tó ń gbọ́ wa báyìí.
kò sí nǹkan tó fẹ́ mú wá kásájà pàdé.
kó máa bọ̀ wá.
dasa
ẹ ṣeun tọ àwọn èèyàn wà fẹ́ mọ nọ́mbà ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n lè pèsè láti gẹ̀ẹ́tì bẹ̀.
nọ́mbà tí ẹ lè pèsè láti gẹ̀ẹ́tì bẹ̀ tí n bá ti ń pè kólóòtú náà mo bá mi pè torí àkókò wa ti ń sáré 070 44 85 08 45 jásáré mu lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 070 44 85 08 45. èmi fi èyí dágbére bí a ṣe jọ ń pàdé ní aago mẹ́ta ọ̀sán ọ̀la ní ayétòrò ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ níbi fídíò ọba adélé park yẹn mo pàṣẹ wípé ọgbẹ́ tí ó gbà lójú oorun màmá àti bàbá tó sàmì yìí lórúkọ bàbá tọmọ tiẹ̀ mọ́ awojú ọgbẹ́ yẹn sàn ọgbẹ́ tí iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ gbà awojú ọgbẹ́ yẹn sàn ọgbẹ́ tí àkọ́bí rẹ̀ gbà awojú ọgbẹ́ yẹn sàn ó máa dára fún ẹ ọkàn rẹ̀ ó balẹ̀ títí dìgbà tá ó pàdé àtẹ̀mí àtiwọ́ orí wa kò ní sùnú àgbàrá ẹ̀jẹ̀ Jésù Olúwa wa àmín àmín
àmín lórúkọ Jésù. ẹ ṣeun bàbá wa ẹyẹ èèyàn ńlé ibi náà láti mọ dánu dúró lórí àkànṣe ètò yìí pẹ̀lú ìgbàgbọ́ wípé àjọ pàdé níbi ìpàdé àdúrà yìí lọ́la ẹ má gbàgbé ibi tí ó ti wáyé ọba adéǹlé park ní roundabout bàbá oníṣẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ayétòrò Òṣogbo ibẹ̀ náà ni ó ti wáyé o ní aago 3 ọ̀sán lọ́la bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣe ń darí dé láti ilé ìjọsìn ẹ má gbàgbé lọ́tàràtà ọlọ́ọ̀bá yóò ṣe iṣẹ́ tiyín láṣẹ parí o kò ní ṣe láṣẹ tì títí ìgbà náà tájọ mọ́ pàdé Tọ́pẹ́ Anímáṣàun olóòkọ tèmi gẹ́gẹ́ bí atọ́kùn ètò yìí di ọ̀nkọ́mọ́ pírẹsẹ́ńtà ọmọ tí ò kọ́mọ̀ olóòkọ tí ò kọ́mọ̀ pèdèpèdè tí ò kọ́mọ̀ látẹ́gùn honourable Mr. Ara Ọ̀tún Erélákátàbú nínú àwọn pèdèpèdè èjìmbá bí ọ̀kan ló wọlé tọ̀ mí Mr. 2-in-1 ọmọ dúdú tó ń dá gbẹ̀rẹ̀gbẹ̀rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bíi ti kóró ṣe Mr. ATM tí ò pọ̀ owó torí pé kò sí nẹ́tíwọ̀kì lórí ATM eléyìí bí ò sì sí nẹ́tíwọ̀kì ẹ̀yin náà ti mọ owó ò lè jáde o ire o.
Prophet Dr. James Adeniyi Ìyábíọ́dún ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run tọ́lọ́run tó wọ́n ṣe yẹn tó ń ké pa Ọlọ́run ń gbọ́ ẹni tó ń lọ́rùn pé tó yàtọ̀ sí ṣe lógo ní Freedom City ọ̀rẹ́ tó bá ti débẹ̀ wọn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ tó bá ti débẹ̀ sẹ́yìn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ ní Freedom City ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ CAC Freedom City International ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ ẹni délé dára kọrin ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ mo bá wọn débẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi sì dayọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ tó bá ti dé Freedom City ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀ dé ipò ti dayọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ ti dayọ̀.